Hello Aries, and welcome to my channel Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements, looking at your recent past, current energy, and immediate future, answering the question, what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self? Friendly reminder that these are general readings and they are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone. So do please remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. Last thing is that any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading or a coaching session with me is in the description box below. All right, Aries. Let's jump on in. We're going to start with the overall energy for your past, present, and future. With oracle cards. So we're really aiming to look at just kind of what you've been dealing with, how it's affecting you, and what you need to know moving forward. So let's start with this recent past energy to see what you guys have been dealing with. Overall energy for Aries recent past. Be true to your heart. I like this. I feel like this is it's a conflicted energy. And the path that you're needing to take, the clear endeavor, culmination of vision. Okay. The path that you're needing to take is the one that aligns with your heart the most. Now, I don't feel like whatever this is about, there's confliction, yet the answer is clear. It feels like, especially with the clear endeavor card and the culmination of vision card, it feels like the answer is clear, but there's confliction about it anyway. Whether it's starting something new or leaving something or making a change of some sort, because you have shifted your energy. So I feel like you were really needing to, and maybe still are, we'll see when we get to your current energy, to tap into what it is that your heart and your soul are really craving. So what that's going to require you to do is get out of your head, right? Your head is where the second guessing lives. It's where the overthinking lives, the fear, the doubt, the insecurity. And sometimes when we get caught up in our head, we can either overthink our way into a wrong decision or out of a right decision. And I feel like in this past energy, there was a lot of overthinking, and I feel like there's kind of this need to create a little bit more grounding in like your soul-driven voice. Because sometimes our ego, our fear-driven voice can masquerade as our intuitive voice. And if we're not careful, we might end up following that fear, right? And I feel like this is about making sure that your decisions, or a decision in particular, is really aligning with your soul voice. And I feel like we'll kind of talk about that a little bit more throughout the reading. But let's shift gears here. Let's look at your current energy, Aries. So where are you at now? Because, it's like the choice is clear, but yet there's second guessing. There's doubt. And that's natural. That's normal. It's not like a weird Aries thing. Current energy for Aries. Overthinking is a human thing. Perfect setting. On the bottom, you had new experiences and possibilities, but you are worth it. Pause. Open your heart with potential gateway. So, and then you have infinite blessings. The perfect setting card to me is almost like, I think of it in the sense of like the perfect foundation, the perfect time. And I feel like that's what this is really about, making some sort of decision. And a decision that you've been contemplating. The answer is clear, but you've been on the fence about it. And I feel like what you're needing to do is follow the path that aligns the most with believing that you are deserving of whatever it is that you desire. That you're deserving of more in some way. Because I feel like the biggest reason that you might be kind of on the fence about this decision is maybe questioning, especially if it's about leaving something behind, like questioning if something better will ever come along, or if it's like starting something new, like wondering if you're gonna fail. And those questions are natural, but you don't want to let them keep you from making some sort of decision. You're in an energy of pause right now. So don't feel like you need to rush into some sort of decision. This isn't about rushing. It's about like getting clear on a choice and why you're making that choice. I'm deserving of more, I'm capable of more, I'm whatever that might look like. So what does Aries need to know moving forward? And it's like, now's the perfect time, but it's, don't rush. It's not, there's no need to rush. Okay, what does Aries need to know moving forward? Which, that sounds conflicting, but I feel like it makes sense. There's leap of faith, new experiences and possibilities, culmination of vision, empowerment, and then ideal course of action here. So you're being called to taking some sort of leap of faith. And whatever this leap of faith is, it's going to lead you to a vision that you have in mind for yourself. So if it's about leaving something that isn't serving you, it's going to move you into something better. If it's about starting something new, it's about finding success in that. Whatever it is requiring you to embrace uncertainty. But I feel like wherever this takes you is going to be exactly where you're supposed to go. It is the ideal course of action. And again, whatever this is talking about, it's clear. Like the decision is clear. But there might be fear around making some sort of decision that's keeping you in the second guessing and the overthinking and like the ruminating phase. And I will say, like, overthinking is natural, but you have to be very aware of when it keeps you from making any decision at all. Because when you get stuck in overthinking, you're going to think of all of the ways that it could work out and all of the ways that it's not, and you're going to bounce back and forth between those two. And to be completely honest with you, there are probably a million ways that things couldn't work out or won't work out, but there's just as many ways as to why things can and could. And I feel like that's what you're really being asked to lean into, is more of that level of thinking when it comes to whatever this is talking about. So not allowing your doubt to carry you right now. Really choosing the path of faith. I mean, at the end of the day, and something I've been talking about in my readings recently is remembering that faith is an action. When it comes to like having faith, it's not feeling 100% certain all of the time. That's unrealistic. That's not what faith is about. Faith is about acting on the belief that you are supported, or you are deserving, or you are capable, or more is possible for you, despite the fear, the doubt, the insecurity you might feel. If you're waiting for a time where you feel certain, you'll be waiting forever. Faith is an action. It's something you show up in. And I feel like you're really being asked to do that right now. And that's probably a big ask, okay? But I do feel like that's why you have this, you are worth it. It's like you are worth the outcome that you desire. Overall theme of this reading for Aries. What does Aries need to know? I don't know, but I feel like there's something I might be missing. overall, which we'll dive further into this story when we get into tarot, but overall theme of this reading for Aries, truth. Truth. A truth you need to hear, a truth you're avoiding. There's water. Emotion. Your emotions are overriding a truth. Your emotions are overriding a truth. And I think that that's kind of what I was saying. Because when you think about making a change or taking a step, starting something new, leaving something behind, there's going to be a lot of emotions associated with that. No matter who you are, no matter what stage of life you're in, that's just natural. But if you allow your emotions to dictate your movement, you're always going to stay stuck in the way that your brain is currently wired. Because your brain is going to be currently wired to want to keep things familiar and predictable. So when you try to step outside of that, your brain's going to go, this is terrifying. I don't know how to process this. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to do. And if you identify too much with that, you're going to make decisions based on emotional reaction. And emotional reaction might not actually align with what it is, with who you are and what it is you actually truly desire. So during this phase right now, and I feel like that's why you're in an energy of pause, is maybe you're working through and processing a lot of emotions. And maybe that's why the universe is like, you don't really want to act right now. It's like the stage is being set. If you feel like it's time to act, do it. Okay, I'm not saying don't. You might, the timeline of this reading can resonate differently for depending on where you're at in your journey. But I do very much feel like there's a need to get connected to a deeper truth within you that aligns more with you are deserving, you are lovable, you are capable, you are supported by the universe, but that those deeper truths are going to be currently buried by the way that you are currently emotionally reacting to either what needs to happen or what is happening, which is the human experience. And learning to step outside of the emotions and kind of align with a deeper truth is kind of what, call it awareness, call it enlightenment, is really all about. So let's keep going, because I feel like we just got deep already. But again, I still feel like I'm missing something. So let's start looking at these past energies again with tarot, Aries. So you have clear endeavor with be true to your heart. Past energy for Aries here. Fool in reverse, the Two of Wands, the Nine of Cups. But then you have the Page of Cups in reverse. So there's this calling, this divine guidance that you've been, ignoring is such a strong word, okay? Because I'm not saying that you're doing this intentionally. But it feels like the universe is calling you to make a change, to take a step, to change directions. Because with the Two of Wands here, it's about moving closer into alignment. And the Nine of Cups, this is about moving closer to your heart's desires, which is why you have follow your heart. But with the Fool in reverse, it does feel as if, and the Page of Cups in reverse, it does feel as if it's like, I don't need to make a change, or I'm okay with where I'm at, or trying to tell yourself or talk yourself into the opposite of what you're being pulled toward. Because there's this calling, there's this vision that you have for your life or for a specific situation. But wherever this is calling you, it requires you to make changes that I feel like you're really uncomfortable with making. There's a lot of fear, doubt, and insecurity associated with that, which is why I said it felt like there was a lot of contemplation, because you know the desire is there. The desire isn't hidden. The desire is there, but it's been a daydream to this point, almost something that you felt was going to continue to be out of reach, but I feel like it's not out of reach. The universe put a dream in your heart to make it happen, or it's sending you signals or signs or messages to take some step in a different direction. It's like the universe, spirit's been calling you. Hey, Aries, come on, let's go pick up, answer the call. And you've been like, oh, I'm busy. Oh, I don't want to think about that. Oh, that's scary. It's like now I feel like you're being asked to answer the call. Answer the freaking call. But I don't think it's easy. I don't think it's that easy. Because I feel like it might require you to, like I said, make uncomfortable changes. So that's what you've been dealing with. So this has been something that you've been dealing with for a really long time, Aries. Because it's like, and I said this, it's like the path is clear. The desire is clear. The next step is clear. But you've been back and forth on taking it. And I'm not necessarily saying you know exactly what it is, exactly what you need to do, but I feel like you have a general idea of what you could do. I don't know. Okay, current energy for Aries. You are worth it. Perfect setting. So you're being asked to take the road, the path, to make the decision that aligns the most with like what you deserve. Current energy for Aries. And in the sense of like you deserve more than you might currently think or believe. Whoa, okay. Ace of Cups. There's the opportunity. The Empress in reverse. Ten of Cups. Yeah. Upright. The Nine of Swords. So you've been, or even almost Aries, have gotten so used to places, situations where you are undervalued or burnt out or unfulfilled or just not where you feel you deserve to be. And I think that there's a little bit of having got complacent in these places. And that is, it happens, okay? I'm not saying shame on you, you should have known better. Everything happens for a reason. And I feel like this is about putting an end to complacency and almost letting yourself to be drawn to the idea that more is possible for you, that you're capable of more, deserving more, all those things that we talk about all the time on this channel. But with the Nine of Swords here, there's so much anxiety and fear and uncertainty associated with it because it's new. It's new territory for you. Maybe it's asking you to set boundaries in ways you never have, or to take a risk in a way that you never have. I mean, it's obviously a leap of faith in some way, shape, or form. Maybe it's believing in yourself more than you ever have. Whatever it is, I feel like it's equally as scary as it is, as it has like potential. It's like it has so much, this direction is so much potential, but there's like an equal amount of fear. And I said that, right? You have a million reasons to think like how things could turn out poorly, but you have just as many reasons to think that things could turn out well, and you're really being asked to lean into that. Now, right now, I feel like it's kind of a time to process. Not necessarily overthink, though that's probably going to come with the territory, but to process emotionally. To allow yourself to feel all the feels that come with the idea of making a change or stepping outside of your comfort zone or leaving something behind or starting something new. Because you have to get clear on what it is that you deserve and desire before you are going to even think about taking that first step, right? So this is like allowing yourself to recognize complacency. Allowing yourself to recognize that you've been feeling called or driven to more, but that you've been ignoring that call because it's easier to stay the same. And I'm not blaming you, okay? We've all been there. It is 100% easier to stay the same. It's easier to stay exactly where you are, even if it's unfulfilling, even if it doesn't align with your value or your worth, even if it's not good for you. It is so much easier to stay exactly where you are than it is to push yourself out of your comfort zone. It is, and it always will be. But I almost feel like you're getting to a certain point where you're not going to be able to ignore this anymore. And I don't want that to be a scary thing. I want this to be a motivating thing to get you to push yourself in the direction that you deserve. I mean, this is a culmination of vision. Like this is aligning with your deepest desires. But there's so much emotion associated with it that it's almost, and this goes back to kind of the water and the truth card that we were talking about. There's so much emotion associated with it that you're being asked to lean on deeper truths. I'm supported. I am guided. The universe has my back. I'm capable. I'm lovable. Whatever those truths might be. So what can Aries expect moving forward? Because the Ten of Cups is about emotional fulfillment. It's about like aligning with, honestly, like kind of dream come true kind of energy. And it feels like it's like there's something that's been a daydream or something that's felt so out of reach. It's like, no, it's not. You've been being guided to it. This is for you. Okay, what does Aries need to know moving forward? The Two of Cups. The Two of Cups, to me, it's kind of the same as like being true to your heart, following your heart. It's aligning. It's what aligns with you. Which ultimately stems from this relationship with yourself, right? When you can love yourself well, you tend to attract love. You know, when you treat yourself well, you tend to attract people and situations that treat you well. And I feel like that's what this is really about. It all starts within. But, your biggest enemy, if you will, right now, is a closed mind, a closed heart. Almost like there's this energy of having been completely closed off to the idea of change. But I said this, and I feel like this is what's important for you to know, Aries, is that this isn't going to go away. When you have a calling, when you are deserving of more, the universe will put more and more energy into your life that reminds you of it, or that makes you feel like you need to make a change, or that gets you to move in a certain direction. And with this Two of Cups and the Sun here, this is about understanding that the universe isn't trying to take things away from you or make your life hard. It's trying to lead you to more than you've been able to believe is possible to this point. That's the deeper truth of all of this. But you have to be willing to recognize the complacency and the need to make a change first, which is really scary to do. It's incredibly scary. So I'm not taking away from that. But the Seven of Pentacles here is about a one step at a time, committing to you, committing to, the belief that you are deserving of and capable of more, and being willing to put one foot in front of the other over time to create it. It's about being willing to act despite not having all the answers, despite not knowing all the steps. And I feel like, again, it's like the answer, the path is clear. But the doubt and the anxiety about, again, it could be fear of failure, fear of nothing better ever coming along. And all of these fears and worries are valid, okay? Again, I don't want to take away from that, but you don't want to let those control you. There's the Seven of Swords, which to me is like you don't know what you don't know. And I feel like the biggest thing that you don't know is how supported and guided you truly are, and how the reason that you felt this pull or this call to more or to make a change is because it is the right direction for you. That is your intuition. But your intuition is never in a hurry, okay? So if you have this voice that's going, you need to do this right now or else, that's not your intuition. Your intuition is never in a hurry. It's a nudge, it's a pull, it's a calling. And I feel like you're being asked to really to answer that call, to listen to it. We're going to hop on over to the extended, where we're going to focus on what you need to do in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self. So this is what you need to know. Extended is what you need to do. Before I do that, though, I do want to announce or re-announce that I am hosting a workshop on January 3rd at 6 p.m. Central Time. It's a Friday. It's the name of the workshop is Reclaiming Your Power to Manifest the Life That You Desire. I'm very, very excited about this one. I don't do a whole lot of workshops, and because I put so much into them. So I'm really, really excited about this one. And if you can't make it live, or if you're like, that time would never work for me. If you do buy a ticket for this workshop, you will receive a recording that comes the next day. The only thing you'd be missing out on is I am doing a 20 to 30 minute Q&A session with those who are attending live. It's an online workshop. I don't know if I mentioned that, a Zoom call that you obviously wouldn't be in attendance for if you purchased just to receive the recording. So any information on it, and as well as a link to purchase tickets, is in the description box below, right underneath the extended reading. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment or send me an email. My email address is always in the description box of my readings. Okay, Aries, thank you so much as always for your support of my channel. I do obviously hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, I wish you nothing but love and healing and all of the wonderful things that you deserve and desire on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Aries.